Hello, this is Ugnius with Piano Talent TV. In today's video we're going to talk about 4 different uses of sustaining pedal. There are many ways of how to use pedal. There is half pedal, quarter pedal, full pedal, vibrato pedal, harmonica pedal, and it could help to change colors and achieve all kind of different results. This is the most common way of pedaling. A lot of my students who just begin to use pedal are often pedaling at the same time as playing the notes. And what it gives for the phrase and the music to be cut in little pieces, and therefore it doesn't sound like it's one united beautiful piece of music. What I'm suggesting is pedaling after the notes are being played. So I guess the best way to do that would be to say that your foot should be behind your hands, a split second behind. So I'll just give you a little example of what I mean in slow motion. First chord is C major. Press pedal down and press the C major chord. Release the hands, keep the pedal down, and then press the next chord. You'll hear 2 different harmonies merging together. Now release the pedal and put the pedal down again. This will help you to keep the line, yet will clean the harmony for you. And back to the next chord. Press the chord, change pedal, release the hands. Press the chord, change pedal, release the hands. So your foot is always a little bit late. Now, when I was doing this exercise, I was obviously doing everything slow motion. When you're performing your piece of music, you will be required to move your foot at much quicker rate. So let's try. I'll show you in Chopin Nocturne Opus 37 number 1. A lot of the times the accompaniment in music will consist of a bass note plus a chord played in the left hand. Often the bass note and a chord will be a part of the same key signature. For example, in the Ballad number 4, F minor by Frédéric Chopin. Or in most of his nocturnes, and in this case I'm looking at Opus 37 number 1. Often students will pedal these 2 or 3 chords separately, splitting the music into little pieces. This kind of pedaling really creates little holes and cuts the piece, so we find it difficult to follow the phrasing. Instead of pedaling separately, I would suggest check whether the bass and the chord are from the same key. This way of pedaling would mainly be used to add echo effect or reduce the echo in between the phrases, the movements, or during the rests. The echo effect is mostly used in concert hall theaters or outside concerts where the acoustic is really dry and there is no resonance. The length of the echo effect will depend on how quickly you will release the pedal. So for example, in the Haydn's Sonata in E flat major, second movement, or with the last echo effect. Or without the effect, where you barely use pedal towards the end of the passage. This is a challenging way to pedal, as it requires few things: a sensitive ear, very quick foot movement, and ability to apply different pressures to different fingers at the same time. In pieces like Rachmaninoff Prelude in C sharp minor, this way of pedaling will really open different worlds of color. A lot of the times students, amateur players, even professionals don't always consider different ways of pedaling, often playing with full pedal down and not always thinking of the balance between the hands. You probably heard that the sound appeared to be somewhat muddy and not always clean. That is mainly because my foot was fully down, but also because there was a lack of balance in between my hands. If you press the pedal fully down, you might be getting thicker sound and the sound will become much louder. To compare it with a quarter pedal down, the sound is much thinner and therefore it's much easier to control it. Try to find ways of applying different pressure to each hand and finger. For example, giving the most power to the top finger of the right hand, while playing everything else very lightly. Quarter pedal down, pressure on the fifth finger of the right hand and everything else very lightly. This way we have different layers of sounds and we can hear each note separately. This way of pedaling will allow you to pedal through multiple chords and harmonies, opening different spectrum of color and layers of the music without making the sound too muddy. That's it for today. I hope you enjoyed this video and found it useful. Please leave your comments in the comment section below and let me know what sort of videos you wish to see in the future, as I'm really keen to share my knowledge with you. I'll leave you the links to my Instagram, Twitter, Facebook and website pages in the description below. Don't forget to subscribe and practice well.